Morning, welcome to the Daily Stoic Recovery Podcast with Ashley. 23rd of January, the truth about money. Let's pass over to the really rich. How often the occasions they look just like the poor. When they travel abroad, they must restrict their baggage, and when haste is necessary, they dismiss their entourage. And those who are in the army, how few of those their possessions do they get to keep? Seneca's on Consolation to Helvia. So today's focus is about money and the truth about money. The real truth is that money, along with other external things, will not solve your internal problems by itself. And as the Daily Stoic book reminds us, that the only difference between someone who is rich and someone who is poor is that the rich person has more money. That is the only difference. But what we tend to do, many people, is we glorify the thought when you haven't had what you think you want. For example, you're a poor person and you think money will be your freedom. You think you want what rich people have. And when you actually get to realize, so you don't deal with internal problems, and you may get what rich person's got, and then realize actually all my internal problems are here, still here. But we have this thought, and we get reminded constantly in the media, friends, family, through advertising, through news, that to reaffirm this belief that many of us have, is that external things outside of us will make us better, will make us feel better. But it's not the external thing; it's in our internal choices and our actions that make the big difference. The external thing is only a small percentage of the good life, being a good person. But what many people do is focus on this small percentage rather than the big picture of, okay, because even if you've got this small difference of having all the external things that you want, I don't know, money, reputation, status, achievement, possessions, property, you get all these things, but then you get them, but you realise you've still got all this internal turmoil. The hate, the anger, the guilt, the unworthiness, the jealousy, the envy. All that is not going to disappear just because you may run into some fortune. And that's why, when lottery winners get given a big amount of cash, and because they haven't dealt with the external, then all of a sudden they get all this external stuff, and they've got all more problems. And that's why so many rich people commit suicide. Is that a high suicide rate with rich people? Because actually having more stuff outside of you can cause bigger problems. Before dealing with the internal, we feel as though we should deal with the external, and then that'll solve the internal. But it's backwards. The internal will create the external. So it's trusting that. It's trusting that, having faith in that, and accepting what you've got now in this present moment, and being ready to receive what you've got. And it's letting go of this belief of that money will make you happy, and it's like walking around. It's like walking around with a big suitcase, and then someone gives you another big suitcase to carry, but you've not let go of. So you need to let go of. It's like overweighing yourself with suitcases. You're walking around, and you've got all this stress. You're carrying these suitcases with old these stories of guilt and shame and unworthiness and jealousy and envy and cowardliness and anger, hate, lack, whatever it is. You're carrying all these emotions around with you, and you don't want to let go. You're scared of letting go of these things, and then someone comes along and gives you, here's some more stuff, like, for example, money, reputation, achievement, and you haven't learned to let go. You haven't learned to let go of your old stuff, and more people want to give you more. Some other stuff comes your way, so it's just so overwhelming. So why don't we just learn to drop? So we need to let go to drop the old stories, feel the lightness on your shoulders, which will give you more space to, carry more stuff that might come your way externally, whether it be money, reputation, property, relationships, love, and then learn to let go of that. Yeah, it's just learning to let go of anything that comes your way, anything that external, let it go. Just learn to drop it off, drop the suitcase off, leave it somewhere, and so that's the truth about money today. And it's just constantly reminding yourself and being objective about people you may know who you think you want what they have got. And it's being objective. It's like asking yourself, like Ryan in the book, okay, what is the difference between me and them? Okay, they have more followers. That's it. But instead of creating this story that, oh, they've got more followers and they can do more things and they can, they've got more money, or they've got a bigger house than me, or they've got more girlfriends, they've achieved more, they've accomplished more, they're on TV more, and that's it. Just stop at that. But instead of we create this story that they're better than us. They can do more things. I don't know if they can do more things. We believe that people have more money than us, have more hope. We believe that people who have more money can buy more things. That's it. That's all money can do. It just enables you to buy more things. More things that you don't need. But it's okay having loads of money, but if you don't know how to spend it, it's just sat there. You're just hoarding it. And as Seneca points out, you can't take it with you. When you're dead, it's going to someone else. It belongs to someone before you had it, and it will go to someone else when you're dead. It's not yours. It's just passing through, just temporary. And being in the present moment, being grateful, practicing gratitude. Okay, what have I got now? In your choices, being grateful of your freedom of choices, and being grateful for, let's recap of what we've been learning. Like this month, we've been going through, like we've always got our freedom of choice no matter what happens, whatever situation we're in. We've learned that money, external things do not solve our internal problems. We're learning this serenity, that we're learning to understand what we control, what we don't control, and having courage to act on the things we do control, the knowledge to know the difference, and the wisdom to know the difference. So thanks for listening today on 23rd of January, the truth about money. Learn to let go of these beliefs that external things will solve your internal. Be the best today with what you have, and create the space for the universe, for fortune, the universal powers around you to shine through you in your abundance of, you are money. You are the perception of money. It's a perception. It's not reality. A rich person can be unhappy. A poor person can be happy. So therefore, it's not the money that is a thing that makes us happy, because it's just an opinion. It's in us. It's our belief of it. It's our perception of it. So that's why it's obvious to me to go back to the source of it, which is our perceptions, our thoughts. How do we perceive money, and why do we perceive it that way? What story am I telling myself from my childhood? We might have been told money doesn't grow on trees, and we think it's limited. We think it's in limited amounts. We believe that it's in limited amounts. We need it to survive. Our survival's at risk because there's limited amounts of it. When we don't feel safe, and what that causes, it causes stress. It causes us to get in survival mode because we're affirming this belief that it's limited, and we need to survive. We need to chase. We need to push. We need to force, and that's what happens when we think we need other external things to survive. And as I mentioned before in other videos, when we're pushing, when we're forcing, it's stress. We're blocking the creation off. We're blocking whatever wants to come through us from external powers. And through energy, through enlightenment, through inspiration, that's where all the great people in the world, that's where their creativity come from. The creativity doesn't come from money. The inspiration doesn't come from money. The inspiration, alignment, empowerment, freedom, time, success, it doesn't come from money. Money is just money. All these things, freedom, success, empowerment, time, value, is all in us. It's all internal. It's all in a perception, because all these things, empowerment, it's just a judgment. Everyone judges empowerment differently. So one person, you might go one person on the street, they have a different perception of power, what power looks like to them. Another person might say another thing. So empowerment is it's not one thing. It's an opinion. And yeah, it causes greed. When when we're in a limited this paradigm of money's limited, time is unlimited. It's a paradigm of greed, that we need to get it before someone else gets it, before it disappears. We need to grab it, we need to chase it, we need to find it before, quick, run. Instead of being a place of abundance, where it's money's unlimited, empowerment, value. It's all inside. So today we're going to look inside. We're going to explore internally using the methods I talk about. Morning rituals. And at the end of the day, review. Being grateful. Reflecting on what you can be grateful for today. Understanding the difference between internal and external, what you control, what you don't control. Being that kind, honest, courageous person that is you. That's knowing that you're raising awareness, being aware of the unlimited possibilities that you hold within you. But it's not coming from anyone else. No one is going to tell you about your unlimited powers. You have to explore that yourself. If you want to explore your gift, it's an obvious thing that it's internal problems need to be dealt with internally. Internal problems are not dealt with externally. Yes, external things can help, but only it makes a small difference. It only really gives us permission. You might feel that short-term buzz when you get some money. This illusion, you create this illusion. I've been given £1 million, and you get that short-term fix of something that you've been pushing and forcing for, something that you've been desiring all your life. You finally get it. It's in your bank account. It's there, and then you realise, actually, I'm the same person. Nothing's changed. You can't travel to another person. You can't buy another person with your smartphone. You can't. It's not in a car. It's not in a car. It's not in a property. It's in you. All these things just might give us short-term permission, but it's understanding that it's all in us. And I offer you to explore that, reflect, meditate on that, and make the freedom of your choices, make that a priority. Prioritize your internal. External things, it's only about 2%. So, and it feels good. It feels good to me. How do you feel? It makes me feel light when I reflect on that. External things do not make me happy. It's internally. It's like it feels lighter. It feels like I'm dropping them suitcases down. Instead of carrying these suitcases around, looking, searching, praying, wanting external things, and it's just being grateful that we can breathe. Small things, we can breathe. We've got our freedom of choice. We can move. We can talk. We can read. We can learn. We can philosophize. We can be kind to people. We can be honest. We can be courageous. We can be self-dependent. And we can be serene. That's the truth about money and any other external things. Thanks for listening today. Thank you for these platforms, for helping me share this message, helping me reflect. And I'll upload this now. Thank you.